Today I'm going to show you how you can make a nutritious and delicious snack for your dog at home. Super easy, and it is delicious and nutritious. Your dogs are going to love it. We're going to start with our Primal bone broth. Now, I don't know if you knew that bone broth had so many health benefits. It is packed with collagen, glucosamine, chondroitin to support healthy joints and mobility. Think of it as doggy WD-40. I probably should get some of this for myself, feeling my age these days. This is rich in amino acids, which supports gut health. It's going to heal some leaky gut symptoms your dog might have. It is perfect for sensitive tummies. It provides natural hydration to your kibble with added minerals. Right now, this month in July, Primal has your bone broth for $3 off. So it's a great time to come in, stock up, get a couple. Then go out to the grocery store and buy your pack of Knox gelatin. I recommend Knox. They've been around forever, and it is 100% pure gelatin. There are no additives to this. You want to make sure you're going to get unflavored, unsweetened gelatin. You're not going to get Jello. No flavors, no sugars, nothing, no added, just plain gelatin. These two ingredients, you are going to make a delicious and fun snack for your dog. Gelatin's really great because collagen protein, which promotes healthy skin, coat, nails. Combine these two and you have got a powerhouse. It's a fun, easy way to deliver maximum joint, gut, and skin health support. Let me show you how to make it. Half a cup of cold bone broth, okay? And I'm gonna put this in this bowl that is just way, way too big. And the reason for that is I'm trying to maximize the surface area. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, it's in there. I want to maximize the surface area of it because what I'm going to do is I'm going to add gelatin to this. I'm going to sprinkle it on top to let it bloom. It has the cold and starts to get that gelatin kind of, they call it blooming. We want it to react and start to get a little, start the gummy process. So I'm going to take my half a cup of my cold gelatin and I'm going to take 2 tablespoons, cold bone broth. I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of gelatin and I'm just going to sprinkle that on the top. Okay, and put that in there. And then I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to show you. I'm going to pick it up and show you. See that? How it's just kind of in there? There you go. It's going to look like that. And we're just going to let that kind of sit there. That gelatin and bone broth blooming together. We're going to bloom. Let's go ahead and get our bone broth ready to add. So I'm going to take a cup of bone broth and I'm going to heat that in a saucepan. All right, so I'm going to go do that. And by the time that's done blooming, this will be warm, and then we're going to mix them both together. So while we're waiting for that to warm, I'm going to go put this in the oven. So while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to get my molds ready because when those are mixed together, I'm going to put those in some cute little molds. I've got some gummy worm molds. I've got some teeny tiny little bears here, some paw prints and some bones. When that's ready, I'm going to pour that into the molds. And you can also flavor this with some flavors if you want. You can use some all natural, organic, unsweetened fruit juices. You can put some blueberries in there. You can add some turmeric. There's a lot of things that you can do as long as it's healthy, all natural ingredients. And if you don't have cute little molds like this, don't worry about it. You know what you can do? Just put it in a brownie pan or something like that, and then you can cut it in squares. You remember making those jiggly Jello squares when you were a kid? Same thing, you're gonna do that. So I'm gonna go and get some blueberries. Got some blueberries, and I put blueberries in a couple of these little molds here so that when I make them, they'll be ready. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pop them right in there, right into the little molds. Not gonna fit in my little gummy worm, so what I'm gonna do is I have some blueberry juice. So I have some blueberry juice and I'm just gonna pour those into my couple of my gummy worm molds, just a little bit, so that they have a little bit of extra antioxidants, some fun flavors, and cute colors. We want some colors, right? Maybe put some of that juice in a couple of the little bears. So this is not something I'm going to be selling in the store. This is just something I'm making for fun. We're going to give it out this weekend as samples. And if you come in and you buy some bone broth this weekend, and remember, it's $3 off all month from Primal, we will give you a couple packets of Knox gelatin and the instructions. We'll print out the instructions, we'll give that to you so you can take it home and try this with your family. Okay, I'm gonna be right back in a minute. We're gonna go check on our bone broth that's simmering on the stove, and we'll be back in a minute to finish making it. Okay, so our cold bone broth and gelatin has finished blooming. See how it's all just one gelatinous glob there? And our other bone broth that we were warming on the stove is now ready. So I'm just gonna pour that right into the bloom mixture. Bloom. And then I'm gonna get a whisk and I'm gonna mix that all up. Okay, the object here is for the heat from that warmed up gelatin, or bone broth rather, to dissolve the bloomed gelatin. And so I'm just whisking it. So this is bone broth from Primal. Is got really great stuff. It was already a little gelatinous on its own. They add turmeric to theirs, turmeric for extra inflammatory response, anti-inflammatory response. We want to not have the inflammation. So anti-inflammatory, and then ginger to help soothe their guts. Ginger is very healing. Wonderful stuff. I have a cat named Ginger. She doesn't heal. Yeah, she doesn't hurt me either. She's a good kitty. All right. Everything looks nice and dissolved there. Try to get that in here. It's a little foamy. That's to be expected, but I'm just kind of looking through to make sure all of my gelatin has dissolved. I don't see any clumps. Oh, this is going to be delicious. It does not smell delicious to me, but your dogs are going to love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so that is dissolved. I'm going to move in my little molds that I prepped earlier. Some of them have blueberries in them, some of them have blueberry juice. I think I'm going to put this in a smaller thing because I'm a klutz and I just can see it just absolutely going everywhere. So let's get a smaller one so I can really direct my pour. It's going over anyway. Oh, that looks good. I may have put too much juice in that one. I don't want to put too much juice or inclusions because then it might not set right. And we definitely want this to set. So I want to make sure I have enough to make my fun ones. Do those first. Oh my gosh. So have you ever used bone broth with your dogs before? Added it to their food? Because it's really important to hydrate your kibble. Dogs don't eat enough moisture if you're just feeding them kibble. And you could put a bowl of water out all day long and they're just not naturally going to drink their water. So we have to do things to add hydration to their diet. And in fact, July is National Pet Hydration Awareness Month. I may have put too many words in there. Maybe it's just Pet Hydration Awareness Month. But that's one of the reasons why Primal has this special, so we can encourage pet owners to hydrate their kibble, add hydration. Like I said, put a little bit of extra flavor in their water to entice them to drink. Dogs need 70% moisture in their lives, and kibble has only got 10% moisture on it because, you know, let's face it, it's just baked. Dogs still share over 90% of their genome with wolves, and when they eat in the wild and they're eating raw, they're, you know, the things that they hunt for in the wild, they're getting natural moisture from the meat and the organ meats and everything that they eat. Dogs that aren't eating raw aren't getting that naturally, and it's just not in them to just drink as much as they are supposed to. I mean, do you drink as much water as you're supposed to? I don't. My husband even bought me a little water bottle that has a Bluetooth hookup to try to encourage me to drink more water. That thing's a little bit bossy. It reminds me all the time I'm not drinking enough. But it says, time to drink, Danielle. And I'm like, I'm busy making gummy bears for my dog. Who has time? So also, bone broth is really great if you have a picky dog who might not like their food. Add a little bit to their food. Entice them to eat with some extra added flavor into their diet. So I'm just going to kind of smooth this out. We get some of that foam off of there. We don't need that. Oh, these are going to be so fun. I don't know if you can see that very well, but some of those are, I'm afraid of tipping it, but see the ones that are purpley? Those are the ones I added blueberry juice to. And then there's a little bit of fruit in some of these. And the rest of them are just little gummy bears. All right, I'm gonna go stick these in the refrigerator because they say they need to be in the refrigerator for about 2 hours, ideally overnight, because you really want them to get gelled, right? And get jelly, gotta get jelly with it. So I'm gonna go stick these in the freezer, and when they're out, I'm gonna come back and show you what they look like, okay? Bye. Okay, it's been a couple of hours. I think that my gummies might be ready. Let's check it out. Go get them out of the cold. You thought I was talking to you, huh? All right, are you as excited as I am? Oh, look at that, let's check them out. All right, this one has blueberries in it. I'm gonna demold them. Oh my gosh, look at how beautiful those are. Look at that. Can you see that? Ugh, I dropped it. Look at that jelly. Look at that jelly. It's got 2 little blueberries in there. Lummy bone broth, blueberry bone broth gummies. Here's a little paw. Oh my, got stuck a little bit. I probably should have left them in there just a little bit longer. Overnight's best. So 2 to 3 hours minimum. That one came out perfectly. Look at that little bone. Can you see a little paw? I mean, look at that paw. Can you see it? All right, this one's got a little blueberry in it. Oh, paw with a big fat blueberries. Oh, let's look at these gummy worms. Let's check out these worms that I put the juice in. How did those come out? Oh my gosh, this is my first time actually using juice when I've made these before. Oh my gosh, look at cute. Cute, cute, cute. Look at that gummy worm with the blueberries. Star, look at this gummy worm with the blueberry juice in it.
Oh, that's so cool.
And look at that on the sides, how it just kind of stayed at the bottom. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Do you want to try one?
No.
No, come on, chicken. Chicken. All right, I'm gonna try. Look, I have some overflow here with a little blueberry juice. You want me to try it? Do you dare me?
Yes, I do.
Do you dare me?
Right.
All right. That is not good. Oh, that's meaty. Okay, blueberry juice did not make it better. So 10-10 do not recommend for humans, but the next dog that comes in, we're gonna have them try it. I need to adjust my camera angle. You guys are cutting off my head, huh? How do I do that? Julene, I miss you. There we go. Ooh, too much. Frame too small. Oh, it thinks I was, not the best hair day for me. Okay. Super cute. Aren't those cute? Look at that. Super cute. Oh, that one fell apart. Should have left them in the refrigerator just a little tiny bit longer. Overnight's best, or like 4 or 5, 6 hours best. Minimum 2 hours to get some gelatinous going if you really want them to firm up. But I also think that my adding a little bit of juice to them kind of thinned out. I probably, if you're going to be adding any kind of juices or something, maybe use a little bit more gelatin. That is my human baking experience coming to you. You see this one? Yeah, this one was way too much juice. I didn't have enough to fill it, so there was too much juice in relation to gelatin. So yeah, definitely got a little mushy. So there's your tip. If you're going to add some juices or some other inclusions, maybe put a little bit more gelatin into your mold, into your bloom. All right, this is so much fun. I cannot wait for, hey Star, is Nico going to come pick you up? Oh, Nico loves it when we sample stuff. So we're going to get him in here and we're going to have him try it when he comes by. I love these little guys. Okay, so this weekend, bring your dog. We're going to let them sample it. And just remember, new foods, just because they don't eat it here, they might not like, doesn't mean they don't like it. They're just a little bit. They are going to be cold. So storage on these. So let's talk about storage. So if you make these at home, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to store them in an airtight container, preferably glass. Plastic's okay, but preferably glass. Airtight container in the refrigerator for up to a week. These will grow mold because it's such an all-natural ingredients, meat-based, protein-based. So don't make too many. You can freeze them. However, once they're frozen, you have to serve them frozen. Have you ever tried to freeze Jell-O and then thaw Jell-O? Doesn't really work out for the Jell-O. Gelatin completely changes its properties once it's been frozen, and if you let it thaw, it's just going to lose its cohesion and just become a pool, a puddle. So yes, it can be frozen, and it's a nice frozen treat. It's gonna have more crunch, more bite to it, and your dog might prefer that rather over this kind of gelatinous texture. If your dog is a very textural dog, freezing it might be the better choice for them because it is going to have more of a bite and be more of a crunchy treat than this gelatinous thing. I just love playing with these. So I'm very much looking forward to having Nico try these later. So we're gonna get that. And we'll see you this weekend, and you guys can make these at home. It'll be a great project with the kids. Look at these worms. I just love them so much. Look at that. Jiggly, jiggly, wiggly. And these little tiny, I had this little tiny gummy bear mold, but they're super tiny. Good be good for the little dogs, but you would give your dog a couple of these a day anyway. So you're saying, oh my God, that makes so many. Yeah, but you're gonna give him more than one for him to really get the benefits of from the bone broth and the gelatin. And it's just fun. And since it's a nice, since it's hot right now, nice cool treat. All right, let's see how Nico likes them. Nico! Do you want?
He's cute.